Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 68 of Grand Theft Auto 5, and in this episode, we're going over to the movie lot to visit Solomon Richards. Solomon Richards had made me producer of Meltdown, so now we're going to actually see the finished product, and more importantly, make sure the finished product goes through without any hitches at all. In fact, maybe, just maybe, things will finally go Michael's way now that he's got his family back, and more importantly, now that he's cut ties with the FIB. By the way, there's a reason why I'm looking at that specific car, and it'll soon become plainly obvious in a few minutes, but for now, let's go talk to Solomon Richards, so that way we'll be able to finally get our movie launched. Oh, I can't wait.
Hello.
Good to see you, Slick.
Devon, the hell are you doing here?
It's over, Michael.
You done good, kid. You kept this bullshit up long enough to help me trigger a fantastic insurance payout when the plug is pulled. I love you. You're like my spirit brother now.
Where's Solomon?
He's out getting the negatives, the film, whatever the fuck it is. The last dinosaur in town is about to get fossilized.
What are you talking about?
Look, the movie's nearly done, so if the plug's pulled now, the investors, meaning us, get a massive insurance payout. Meanwhile, I can use that to get the other major shareholder, the old bastard's idiot son, to agree to tear this relic down and let me redevelop the area for condos. And in this economy, the city's gonna let me build tax-free. I might even get some rebates. It is a brilliant thing, and it is all thanks to you and Molly's eye for the details of the insurance policy.
Michael, they're fucking us! The suits! And they don't even wear suits! Wolves in turds' clothing!
Try not to take it too badly, Mr. Richards.
Were you ever a human being?
Look, people used to like films, now they like what? Videoing themselves, beating off on their iFruit phones. Don't blame me. I'm a very spiritual person. I feel badly about this. But evolution is evolution. Gentlemen, Molly, namaste.
Can I take the film now, Mr. Richards? My plane leaves in 25 minutes.
Can't we do something? At least let me finish the picture, then close the place down.
I'm afraid our timetable doesn't allow for that. Goodbye, Mr. Richards.
Where the hell is she going with that movie?
She is taking the only copy offshore, somewhere nice and discreet. Analog. God, it's certainly got its complications.
Michael, can you do something?
No, he can't do anything, pal. It's an inevitability.
My wife got screwed by a yogi. And now I'm getting screwed by a yogi? Fuck that! I'm a producer! Nobody fucks with my film! Ugh.
Devon Weston is an asshole, and more importantly, he still hasn't paid Franklin yet, and now he's screwing over Michael by having his assistant Molly take the only hard copy that Michael had of his movie over to an offshore retreat in South Africa, which would probably screw over the movie because it's close to its premiere date, which in turn will cause the movie studio to go under. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Slick. You're not
And
thinking.
now,
I'm a producer!
Devon is
I'm
trying to
producing the
convince
goods.
Michael
Don't do this,
to
Slick.
leave
Think.
and
She's got a
let the
police
movie be
escort.
sold,
She's on the way
because
to
this is
my
an
personal
inevitability,
hangar.
and
Security
it's
at the
something that
airport
Michael
work for
cannot
me.
control,
I just
which
wanna get
Michael
the
is
film
trying to
back
control
before
right
she
now,
goes
and
any day
obviously
rash.
won't be able to progress the game
Molly's
until we
highly
do
strung. She's
control
not gonna
it.
stop and talk it
But
out
I
with a
do
deranged
know
killer
this,
chasing
as
after
soon as
her.
Devon Weston
ain't who I
calls,
am.
the police will
Look, I don't
be
wanna hurt anybody.
at
I
his
just wanna get
beckoning
my movie.
call.
Slow down and
And
use
the
your
police
brain.
will
Fun
more than
time
likely
is
keep you
over.
from trying to harm Molly, even though Molly could easily do that herself. Anyway, we're just gonna have as close as we can to Molly first before we actually chase her to the airport. So we're pretty much following the yellow GPS line to Molly's location and not to the airport. By the way, one of the 100% requirements is to actually view the traffic copter from Weasel News in order for to actually follow Molly in her car. So there is something I needed to mention. Now, another thing we need to mention is the fact that once you get close to Molly, any pedestrians you hit will only add on to your wanted meter. And you want to try to cause as minimal casualty damage as humanly possible. That is something that needs to be avoided. Because you're not killing anyone, you're trying to get the film back. And now that you have the ability to do so, you can actually watch the film over on the Weasel camera. Unfortunately, I'll be right back because I think my computer is starting to overheat. Sorry, I was working on someone's website, and when I finally had time to do this, my computer all of a sudden decided to overheat. But nonetheless, we are on the airfield or the airport, sorry, and as we drive, cop cars are getting destroyed left and right, not just by the airport equipment, but the airplanes themselves. And unfortunately, when it's all said and done, we're the ones who's gonna have to deal with that 3-star. Oh, and yeah, Devon Weston is the one who called the police on us, trying to make sure that Molly gets to the airport and gets his video out, get my movie, out of the country so that he can seize Solomon's movie studio so that he can finalize the deal and make it into a mall.
You want to take a plane full of tourists with you?
Well, unfortunately, this little incident isn't the only incident where Devon Weston got screwed over. He also finds out about Michael and Trevor's endeavors with hunting down his Merryweather transports, including the ship and including the train.
No!
Whatever the case, folks, you gotta watch out for the plane and watch out for all the exploding police cars because you don't want your car to be blown up. So all we have to do is just follow Molly into this area of the airport here. She'll finally crash and she'll try to run away.
He wants to kill me!
So we'll just have to keep on her and try to at least get our movie back.
Help me!
But however, stay back and watch this.
Stop him! He's a killer! Out of my way!
Oh, stop! Look out!
And now all we have to do is pick up the movie and run. Because now we have a 5-star. Not a 5-star, 3-star, sorry.
Hey,
And
I ain't done anything.
as super
All this
cops,
mayhem, nothing to do with me.
one of the mission requirements is to not
Hey, I'm
shoot at
just
the
a
cops.
witness, okay?
Just drive away and hopefully you will be able to outrun the law. But bear in mind, it's not just the law you have to deal with, as you will soon see. Because as you're driving away, you got copters on you. The copter is probably going to destroy your car. If not the copter, then unfortunately the security, which will not lift up for the life of you. See, I accidentally drove the wrong way and I don't want to be shot up, so let's keep going.
You got some mess to clean up. Leave me alone.
Run!
Trespassing. That's the
But
most
yes, you
got
can
on me.
actually outrun the law by just
She's the one
simply
behind this.
running into a safe hiding place until the law has
I got
subsided.
what I came for. I'm leaving.
I'm not kidding.
Hey,
I
ain't
would
done
shove to
anything.
you, except there's just one small little problem.
All this mayhem.
A Merryweather
Nothing to do
goon
with
will
me.
actually show up and
Hey, I'm just a witness, okay?
cause me to get spotted by the cops. Yes, Merryweather
You got
in
some
this
mess to clean up. Leave me alone.
mission will be considered the cops. So if you run into
Trespassing.
any
That's
one of
the
those
most you got on
goons,
me.
you are going to have a
She's the one behind
wanted
this.
meter reinstated as you're trying to flee.
I got what I came for. I'm leaving.
Shooting down the police copter is not a good idea if you want 100%, but if you're trying to escape from a 3-star, it's the best idea.
Nothing to do with me.
Because as you shoot down that helicopter,
Witness, okay?
it'll at least give you time to try to
You got some
find a safer hiding spot and just
trespassing. That's the most you
get
get
as
on
far
me.
away from the cops as humanly possible. And by the way,
Behind this.
another thing that will screw you over is not just Merryweather, but the cops will randomly spawn too. But if you're out the clear and you actually find some place to hide, the cops will not shoot you. So all I have to do is just outrun the cops, not be spotted, and just keep going. Yeah, we're almost out of the cops' field of vision. We are almost there. In fact, nobody will see us. Nobody will spot us. Everything will be just fine. Except, remember what I said about Merryweather? Yeah. A Merryweather agent just so happens to be right next to me.
I'm leaving.
I almost lost those assholes. I really did. And now I am dead. Crap. I did not mean for that to happen. Now let's try this shit again. Alright. Now we need to hide in the clear and make sure that we could get away from the police. Okay, we have evaded the police. So now let's hide under the bridge so that they will not find me. There should be an alcove right over here somewhere, and unfortunately this took actually way too long. So yeah, I kind of failed the mission time part. Actually, I failed the mission time point when I had a checkpoint. But whatever the case, let's hide here. And let's make sure that no one will find me. By the way, there's actually gunshot wounds on my jacket, but there's no blood. Kinda messing up there, aren't you, Grand Theft Auto 5? Whatever the case, we've eluded the police. And thus, that ends the mission. Are you kidding me? Oh, right. I wasn't supposed to... Oh, it was supposed to be, close encounter and actually, a quick getaway, watching the Weasel Network, and of course, you were supposed to, drive at top speed. But other than that,
you are through to the exclusive.
Everything else, I think, was kind of fine. So, let's just get Solomon Richards.
You once, Tony, but there's nothing
and
between
Solomon
us.
Richards will actually
Now
tell
that I
you
know you
that
prefer
your movie
dictation.
Meltdown
Really?
is
We're doing
finally
this now?
going to
I
be
just watched
airing.
Devon Weston's legal
Oh,
counsel
yeah.
get juiced in a jet engine.
Oh, that Molly
You have to
woman?
wait a while to
Oh,
call
Lord,
Devon
that's
Weston,
horrible.
and
You have
Devon
no
Weston
idea.
will
She panicked,
actually
went
be
crazy
so
and
pissed
ran
off at
into
you
it. But I
that
saved the
he
press.
will remember
We still
this.
got our movie.
You believe that analog thing? It's all digital.
But
We have
here's
backups
what I have
everywhere.
to say.
I mean, we're shooting on green
Devon
screen.
did not have that
Well,
to
you
do.
coulda told
He
me.
did not have to
I'm
go
sorry.
and
Look,
screw
I
over
thought you
Michael,
knew.
let
It's
alone
nearly
screw over
done,
Franklin,
and
Trevor,
we've
and
gotta
Lamar.
get it out before they can
But
screw
when
us
he's
again.
the one getting screwed
I've
over,
greenlit a
it's not
premiere.
so fun.
That will stop them from burying us.
A premiere for Meltdown?
Well, that's kind of what is called
Can you invite my
hypocrisy,
family?
and
they can finally have something
yeah,
to be proud of
rich
me
people
for.
can be hypocrites.
Of course.
So that's
It's already
basically
on its
what
way
it is.
by courier.
Oh yeah,
All
and it's
right.
this mission
Shit.
that a lot
Get
of
ready.
news
It was
networks
an American
actually
divorce, by the
thought
way.
that women were being mistreated in games. If they actually played the game, they'd probably know that not only was Molly screwing over Michael, but she also tried to screw over Franklin. No, she also screwed over Franklin and everybody else. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Because for real this time, it's going to be the three-way dance between the IAA, Merryweather, and FIB. See you guys next time.